Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a tutorial on how I got this cool toned fall makeup look. So if you're interested in that tutorial, then just keep watching. Okay, we can begin now. All right, so right now all that I have on my face is my skincare. We are going to start with eyes first. So I am just going to prime my lids with a little bit of Colourpop concealer. You can go ahead and prime with whatever base that you prefer for eyelids. If it's like an actual eyeshadow primer, a concealer, a base like P. Louise or something like that. Whatever works best for you, go ahead and use that. If you don't have a base and you normally don't prime your eyes, just go ahead and use whatever concealer that you have. I'm just blending this out with a big sort of buffer brush. This is just from my class that I got. It's Beauty Creations brand. So whatever, I mean, e.l.f., Real Techniques, one of those more inexpensive brands. You don't really need anything fancy for it, or you can use your fingers, whatever you prefer. So I'm just dipping into some translucent setting powder just to put this, just to set it so that we have a nice even layer so we don't have any of the powders kind of sticking to that concealer, because that can result in it looking really patchy. So you guys may know that I have dry skin. However, this was taught in my makeup class that I took, and they recommend that everybody do this. So someone with oily skin is really going to benefit from this, but I have noticed that, you know, everything just blends really smoothly if I go in with a base like this. So for today's look, we are going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette in collaboration with Morphe. This is a great palette. I know Jaclyn Hill is like very controversial right now, but like this palette is great for everyone. You know, it's good for people who like to do just more simpler looks and might be in like these couple rows, maybe dip into that third row. But then like you can amp it up with like these darker shades, or someone who likes pops of colors. Like you get a little bit of everything in this. I think this is like a great beginner's palette, like somebody who wants to start playing a little bit more with eyeshadows and stuff. This is a great palette. And now you can get it at like Ulta and everything. You don't have to order it online. You can go in store and pick it up that day. So I recommend it. I really do. So, and I've tried a lot of eyeshadows. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the look. I am going to jump into a transition color first. So I am going to pop these two together and put them on the lid. I am going to put these in my upper, like my crease area and up. And I'm just using a big blending brush. I believe this is the Sigma E40. This is a great blending brush. And since we don't have any foundation or anything on, I am going to go ahead and drag this out, and then we're going to clean it up with a makeup wipe before we go ahead and do like our skin makeup. So don't be afraid to be a little bit sloppy. Okay, so that looks nice and blended out. So now I'm going to go in with concentrating more in the crease area. I am going to go in with that same shade and this one right here. And we switch to a slightly more densely packed blending brush. And we are focusing this more in the crease, but kind of like a blended out. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I know you're probably thinking like, this is a very warm look, not cool. Don't worry, we'll get there. I always like to start with a warmer transition shade and then go in with whatever color or whatever tones I want to use. So now I am going to go in with the Sigma E25. Morphe has a good dupe for this brush. It's the Morphe M433. Again, just a little bit smaller of a blending brush. And we are going to go in with this shade. So we're getting a little more neutral. And we are going to pick that up and concentrate that more on the outer corner and take it up into the crease a little bit. All right, we are looking really crazy with all this fallout on the bottom, but that's what you get when you look sloppy or work sloppy. So don't worry, it will be going away. I could definitely be a little bit neater, but I know that since I'm gonna go in and just wipe it away, I'm just being really messy. So we are going to go ahead and start adding a little bit more deeper colors. So I'm going to go ahead and go into this brown shade right here. Also the new palette that they made for Morphe or for Ulta has like the shiny white packaging, so it's very easy to clean. This one is not, so it's very dirty. But I believe it also has the names in it. This one does not, so sorry about that. I'm just pointing, and hopefully that's clear enough directions for you guys. Okay, and so now I am going to go in with a really dark shade, and that's going to be this one that's right above the black in the palette. I'm going to switch brushes to the Petite Pencil Brush by Beauty Creations. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with that shader brush and just blend this out. Please excuse Leo crying in the background. He was just in here, and because I didn't pet him, now he's crying in the other room. I'm gonna grab some makeup wipes because I look absolutely crazy with this, so be right. Okay, look a little bit better now, right? Now this looks nicer. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into the palette and pick up this really cool tone brown, the third one in, next to the purple and the green in the palette. Now I'm going to pack that on with that same pencil brush. Now this pencil brush is kind of a large pencil brush, but it's really good for when you are trying to pack on darker colors out in the outer corner. And then you can just go in with a blending brush at the end and just blend it out. So now we'll go back in with that blending brush again. We're just going to blend out any harsh lines. Okay, so this actually looks blended out quite nicely. So for the shimmer in this look, I am going to go in with this guy. This is kind of like the cool tone shimmer in this palette. And I'm just gonna swatch it. So this is what it looks like. So I think I am going to cut the crease for this just so you get a little bit more of an impact. But I'm not gonna do like a large area. I'm just gonna do more on the inner corner. So I'll just go ahead and go back in with that same Colourpop concealer. I'm just going to put it right there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take some concealer on the back of my hand and just cut that crease out. And this one, I don't want it to be super, super harsh. So you see how I just kind of blended the concealer into it instead of doing like a harsh, thick line? That's how I want it. So I'm just going to go in with a concealer slash shader brush and pick that shade up and apply it right on top of that concealer. This is gonna look so good with this t-shirt. I just kind of guessed that they might look good together. I'm like, well, it's kind of a fall look, and like cheetah leopard print is very on trend this fall, so I'll just wear that. By the way, the shirt is just from Amazon. They had several other like patterns and colors and everything, so if I can find it, I will link it down below. And I got a medium just so it fits slightly looser. Normally I get a small and stuff, but I wanted it to be a little bit roomier. And you never know when you're ordering stuff from like Amazon, like if it's coming from China, it usually is a little more petite. And I am not petite at all. I'm 5'9". So I usually order a size up for that stuff anyway, but it's like perfect. So now I'm just gonna go back in with that shader brush and just blend right over that line. Okay, and now I'll move on to the other eye and do the exact same thing. All right, you guys, I went ahead and finished that eye, and then I just went in with a makeup wipe and just swiped all the excess product off. There's a few ways that you can kind of pick your line. You can kind of go straight out. You can go from the corner of your eye up to your brow, the end of your brow. I usually like to go in between the two, so it's not quite as harsh as either one of those. And then at the end, when I'm done with all my powders and face makeup, I can always take a blending brush and kind of make that line less harsh if that's what I want to do. It just kind of depends on what the look is and how everything looks when it all comes together, you know. So now I'm just gonna go in with some Kat Von D tattoo liner and just do a nice thin line above my upper lashes because I am going to apply falsies today. So this is definitely a look where you could do a winged liner if you wanted to. And that's kind of the nice thing about doing your eyes first is when you go with that makeup wipe, you can kind of use this line as a guide to apply your wing liner. And then if you make any mistakes, you just go back in with that makeup wipe and just clean it up even more. So that is the nice part about doing your eyes first. So now I'm just going to apply some Mascara, I am going in with the Givenchy Disturbia mascara before I apply my false lashes. So really, I've seen it done both ways. It's really up to you guys. I like to apply my mascara first. I have very light colored eyelashes, so I am definitely somebody who has to apply mascara when I wear fake eyelashes. Otherwise, they will look super fake. Because they will not blend with my natural lashes. If you have nice dark lashes or even tinted lashes, you may not have to apply mascara at all. But I like to do it before, and I just do a nice even coat all over my lash. Definitely make sure to get into those inner corner lashes, and same with the outer lashes as well. So today for lashes, I'm actually going to use a new pair of lashes, and it is from the Ardell Naked Lashes line, and it is the style 421. So they're kind of more of a natural lash, but they look very like multi-dimensional. Like if you hold them from the side, they look like they have a couple different layers, which I think will work very nicely with my natural lashes, because my natural lashes are quite short. So when you get lashes that have a lot of dimension and layers to them, they can often blend better with your natural lashes. So we will try them out. I've used a lot of Ardell lashes in the past, and I really like them, and they're just affordable, so affordable. You can get them anywhere, and they just have a lot of different styles. You know, I'm someone who likes more natural looking lashes. You know, I'm not into the super long, super voluminous, you know, spidery looking lashes. That's not really my thing. So these looked kind of like in between what I go for. They're a little louder than my normal natural lashes that I would get, but they look very nice. So you always want to make sure to measure them before you put them on, and trim off any excess. Like, that is a really pretty lash. I like that. So if you guys would like a tutorial on how I apply my lashes, I can definitely do that. Why don't you give this video a thumbs up if you would like a lash application tutorial, and I will do that. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these lashes on, and then I'll be right back. Guys, I have the lashes on, and I actually really like these lashes. They're a little more nighttime for me, and it's like 11:30 in the morning, but that's okay. So I am going to go ahead and move on to the face right now. So I'm going to use my normal primer concoction of the Laura Mercier Hydrating and the Nars Radiance, and just mix the two of them together and just put this everywhere. Then I'm going to go in with this Silk Canvas by Tatcha and just blur out some pores. And then for my foundation, I am in between a few shades because I applied some Sunless Tanner last week, and so it's starting to wear off. So I still have like a little bit of a tan, less on my face, more so on like my neck and body. just because I do way more treatments on my face than my body. So I am mixing my Shiseido foundation with my Jouer foundation with my IT Cosmetics CC cream. So we're just going to mix those three on my little palette and hopefully come up with something close to my skin tone. Might be slightly dark, but we can make it work. So I am just going to blend this out with a beauty blender. That actually is a pretty good color match, especially once we get it all set down. I think it'll look really good. So today I am testing out the Juvia's Place concealer. And I got this in the shade 23, which I believe is like the second lightest. It's blending out really nicely. Might be a little light for my skin right now, but we don't really have much going on today, so not many people will see me. All right, this is blending out quite nicely. It's a lot thinner of a formula than I was thinking it was going to be. I just put a couple dots on my chin and center of my forehead to kind of balance out how light my under eyes are today. But it offers pretty good. It looks stark white right here. It offers pretty good coverage though, so I will leave in the description box how this wears throughout the day for you guys so you kind of know what I think of it. I am just going to bronze with my Hoola Quickie contour stick. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter and just do a couple of dots on my cheekbone and above my brow bone. And then I'm going to set with my Ciate translucent setting powder. Okay, and I'm just going to wipe that away before it sets. And then I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. I don't know why I can't get the name of this powder down. Every time I have to look at it. Just drag that down the neck a little bit so that we get the same finish on our face as we do on the neck. And then I'm going to go in with my good old Becca bronzer in Capri Coast. I'm going to be so sad when I run out of this. I have so many other bronzers that I need to use. This is just so beautiful. So I'm going to use some of my other bronzers, but I'll definitely be repurchasing this in the future. It's just so good. It just, I don't know, it just blends so beautifully. It has a little bit of shimmer to it. It's just the right amount of warmth for my skin tone. They do have other shades, so if you guys are in the market for like a beautiful bronzer, I definitely recommend the Becca Sunlit bronzers. I believe they have like 5 or 6 shades, so you should be able to find something pretty close to your skin tone. Then I'm going in with my Estee Edit bronzer just to contour a little. So a fun fact for you guys, I'm going to go in with my Marc Jacobs blush in the shade Flesh and Fantasy. This is my second time filming this video. I had pre-filmed about 4 videos last week, and some reason there was like this huge formatting error on my camera, and I couldn't get it uploaded into my computer. So I ended up losing 2 of the videos that I had filmed, which sucks. So that's why I'm refilming this, but I actually kind of like this look better. I'm definitely more bronze this time around, that's for sure. I'm going in with Becca Champagne Pop. But yeah, it kind of sucked because I couldn't even re-watch the video to see the exact like products I used, which were pretty close. I know I used the Jaclyn Hill palette and I have the same lip, but I have pictures on my phone from that last one, so I think we'll do a side-by-side comparison of when we're done to see how close I was. I'm not like following it as a guide, so we'll see. But this looks pretty good. I'm definitely more bronzed and glowy in this video, but I like it. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish the eyes off. We're gonna go back into that Jaclyn Hill palette, and I am going to take a small pencil brush, and we are going to go into that second darkest shade that we used right over here, right above the black. And I am going to take that tight up against my lower lashes on the bottom, but the outer half. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with a slightly fluffier pencil brush, and we're going to go into this shade right here. Putting this all the way across and blending in with that other shade. I'm also going to take this all the way up the line. We're just going to start to blend that out a little bit. We're just going to kind of blend everything together at this point. And I think I'm going to go back in with that pencil brush, and I'm going to pick up just a tinge of that dark brown that we used. Just to use right on the outer corner. There we go. So now I'm going to go in with the Flower Beauty Kohl eyeliner and do that on my lower waterline. I didn't go fully in, very close to all the way in, but not quite. Now I'm going to go in with some MAC Giga Black Mascara. Okay, and while that dries, I'm going to move on to my brows using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. All right, my brows are on. I'm going to go ahead and seal those in with some Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. And my brows are a little bit out of control. I definitely need to do them. But I'm hoping to get that done next week before Thanksgiving so that I don't have crazy brows at Thanksgiving, but we'll see. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and pop a little bit of highlight on my inner corner. I'm just using a icy highlight so that we stay with that cool toned look. This is just the Everglow highlight compact. I guess it's not really a palette, by Nikki Tutorials, but it has like those beautiful icy that beautiful icy tone in it. So we're gonna pop a little bit of that just right on top, right down there. And then for lips, I'm going to go in with Dose of Colors. Shoot, my thing fell off. I know it's not cork. I'll look it up and find out what color it is. But it's like a chocolate, but it's like a neutral chocolate. I'm gonna pop that. All right, and that is the lip. So we are just gonna go ahead and set this all down with some Urban Decay All Nighter. All right, you guys, so this is the finished look. I'm going to go ahead and show you a picture of what the look looked like that I created the first time around. So this is the look the first time around. My eyes closed there. And this is it now. I think I did a pretty good job of recreating the look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is going to be my last fall makeup tutorial in the series because obviously now we are transitioning into winter. So I do have a couple of winter / holiday looks that I want to create for you guys. So be sure to stay tuned for them. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.